Okay, it says I'm live. All right. So I woke up hearing a song this morning. Oh, first of all, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Um, so yeah, I woke up this morning hearing a song that I haven't heard in a very, very long time. Just waiting to make sure I'm not just talking to myself here. Need my monitor to tell me if you can hear me. Oh, I hope you can. Because I'm getting ready to start. Yeah, hi, White Swan. Oh, yeah, hi, Joanna. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Brad. Hi, Queen Victor. So glad you made it. Okay, perfect. Okay, hi, Angel Lori. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I wasn't sure if I was going to do any more light weaving, quite honestly, when it came to these types of streams. Hi, Nora Healing. It's great to see you here. It's my birthday tomorrow. Thank you for the birthday wishings, birthday blessings. But I mainly it's just something the light weaving. I've been doing it mainly in my car by myself, But then my moderator here, my friend Braden, he sent me a little infograph that someone else, I don't know where he found it, but I was blown away by it because it was like validating exactly what I do. And I was so happy about it. And I'll just read a little bit of it. It says, Weaving a Magic System by I can't read the last name of this person. It's like Carpingent. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, but it says this. It says the loom is an infinite field of invisible strings, which I saw in my DMT trip I had one time. So I know it's a real thing. Okay. Okay, so the loom is an infinite field of invisible strings. The complex knotting and threading of these strings makes up the whole of reality. Weaving is the art of manipulating the loom with one's mind. Weavers must first train their minds and tune their senses precisely enough to feel the movement of the loom around them, which I've talked and spoken on that before. Like you have to feel it, you have to turn the energy on in your hands to do it. Then they learn to reach out and exert their own presence on it, re-knitting it to their will. Okay? It says when learning this technique, when learning a technique or weavers will study the phenomenon in question for months and practice replicating it. They will often map actions or spoken words to the weave to help them learn and eventually become able to execute it at a moment's notice, which is true. That's exactly what has happened. It does go into like some risk, you know what I'm saying? Like, which is so funny because there are sometimes I'm doing it and I'm like, oh man, I just made like a tangled mess, And that's exactly what it says in here. It says if you loom incorrectly, that these are called tangles, and it mainly occurs when a weaver loses focus or attempts to weave far above their skill level. So, yeah, I was like, wow, this is absolutely amazing. So to kick it off for my birthday, we're gonna do a little bit of light weaving, okay? With a song that I heard when I woke up, which, like I was saying, I don't ever listen to this song. Like I remember it being on the radio like years ago, but like it wasn't something that stuck with me as like, oh, I really love the song or anything. But considering it came into my head this morning, I figured this is what we're gonna do. Okay. Hi Sandy, nice to see you. So one of the things that I have to do in order to really get in the rhythm of it is I kind of have to pretend like I have to focus and pretend like I'm the only one here. Okay. So I'm going to try to zone out a little bit and I'm going to do it. I'm going to try my best to make a good weave. All right. But you guys can also start to practice. I'm just going to point out a few things real quick too. I've noticed when I'm doing this that the main fingers I use, I do this. Okay. I'm holding on to them, I'm weaving them around, and I'm using these two fingers on the outside to really whip it around. Like this is me pulling in the thread. So you pull in the threads, and then you can start to put them together, all right? So, but let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll get on to the rest of the topics of today. So, hi, Chris. Nice to see you. Yeah, is there anything else that I can think of I want to say before I start? We're going to get into the other parts of the stream that I'm going to do today. And then we're going to pull tarot. And then I guess I'll probably be out of here because, like I said, it's my birthday tomorrow, and I'm really excited. So let's get this started, right?
I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed.
You might recognize the song.
God, it feels like forever, but no one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. 'Cause I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. All I know is that it feels like forever, but no one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. How do you feel? That is the question. But I forget you don't expect an easy answer. When something like a soul becomes initialized, folded up like paper dolls and little notes, you can't expect a bit of folks. While you're outside looking in, describing what you see, remember what you're staring at is me. 'Cause I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. All I know is that it feels like forever. No one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. How much is real? So much to question. An epidemic of the mannequins, contaminating everything we thought came from the heart. We never did right from the start. Just listen to the noises. Nothing more instead of watching. Before you tell yourself it's just a different scene. Remember, it's just different from what you've seen. I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. All I know is that it feels like forever. No one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. 'Cause I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. All I know is that it feels like forever. No one ever tells you that forever feels like home. You're sitting all alone inside your head. The stars, the stars, they shine for you. The stars, the stars, they light you. The stars, the stars, they shine for you. The stars, the stars, they light you. Looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. Oh God, it feels like forever. But no one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head. 'Cause I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed. All I know is that it feels like forever. But no one ever tells you that forever feels like home. Sitting all alone inside your head.
Getting messages here at the same time. It's almost done. Hey, baby. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed that. The feeling I get from that song is like, basically, I'm looking at you guys through the glass. You know, So I see you. I hope you see me. And thank you for the birthday wishes, guys. I love that. Oh god, I had so much fun. Okay, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about before I get into these, because I think it's going to be fun. Okay, right? I felt really in tune with that one. I've been getting a little bit more, or less, I should say, self-conscious about it. So that's what I do. I'm all pumped up now. I can feel my energy flowing. Oh, hi, Dennis. I think I already said hi to you, but let me see what you wrote here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, there was one thing I wanted to show you. I feel like someone keeps wanting to come in here and say something to me, even though I literally did a double check throughout my entire house to make sure everyone was going to be okay. Is there someone outside my door? Just gonna call. Is there someone waiting out my door? Okay, no. He did come in for a second. It was my son Henry. Yeah, there was something I wanted to show you guys. I didn't mention this. I did mention this last week or 2 weeks ago, I should say, but I didn't get a chance to show it to you guys. I just described it a little bit, but I wanted to show you the thing I got from Journey to Truth conference. Okay, from Eric from Hopewell Farms. Right, I got this sweet blade. Remember the one I told you guys it looked like a raptor claw to me? So yeah, look at this. I carry this on my door dashing trips if I ever get sent to Detroit. Yeah. So I'm sure I won't, but anyway. And then the trick here is pushing it to the side to get it closed. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I just thought that was really cool. So, you know, it's funny that he sells the guy, he sells CBD and he sells weapons. Really cool little weapons. I know, right? I love it. I think it's a really beautiful blade. So I was glad to snag this up. Yes. Okay. Right, me too. I don't know why. I think the Raptors are the coolest. I agree with you, Queen Victor, very, very much so. Okay, so like I said in my live stream promo, like I've been obsessed with Reddit lately. I listen to when I'm driving. I listen to a bunch of Reddit stories from other YouTubers, and they just basically like give their take on it. And I thought, man, that would be so much fun to do, to share this stuff with you guys. You know, and since it's my birthday tomorrow, again, mention it for like the 20th time today. I'm going to keep talking about it. But that I was like, I'm just going to do something fun today. Okay. Also, I did get some beautiful birthday presents already. I got this beautiful necklace from my good friend Chris. He bought that for me. This is actually from the Journey to Truth conference too. The woman who sold me my bracelet. She does these weavings around the stones, so I was really grateful for that. And I got a really sweet, I'm a weed smoker. Okay, I got this really sweet weed grinder that like puts all like it loads it for you. It loads the whole joint. You get these cones, and it's the coolest thing. If anyone wants to see it, I'll bring it out at the end of the stream. Just put in the chat that you want to see it. Okay. Okay, and I got a few more other presents too. My good friend Dennis, he sent me a bunch of cool things, and we're going to use one of the oracle decks that he sent me today. I got 2 more oracle decks. It says For the Love of Dragons. This is the one we're going to use today, okay, before we do the tarot card pull. And I got the Crystal Spirits. So this one we're probably going to do next week. All right, but I got a lot of cool little trinkets that he gave me. I was very, very touched and happy that people even think to buy me anything. Really, thank you. So, yeah. Super cool. Okay, so let's go to my saved ones. Okay, so my favorite posts are from 2 separate threads. One is called Am I the Asshole? Okay, that's why the one that says AITH. AITAH. Okay, that's just an acronym, a short thing for Am I the Asshole? So it's like people write in and they try to figure out, like, get a clearer perspective on it. Like I have people telling me that I'm the jerk here. You know, am I the jerk here? And sometimes they are. Okay. It's going to keep creaking open now because I have my windows open. Hopefully I can distract myself from that. But anyway, and then the other thread that I like to read from or listen to is from Petty Revenge. I don't know why. It just cracks me up, some of these things people do, because who hasn't like wanted to get some petty revenge before on people who were just okay, here we go. All right, this is a good one. Maybe should I read the smaller ones first? Hold on. Attempt gift swapping. Okay, yeah, that one. Okay. Well, yeah, as I was doing the light waving, I kept hearing my little notification sound go off. I should have turned that down first. Okay, so the petty revenge. Okay, this is a good one. All right, we're going to do this one first, and we're probably going to do these three, and then we'll read the Am I the Asshole one, which is a little bit longer. Okay, so bear with me here. Some people don't write that well, and they have some typos, so I'm going to do my best to kind of like skim over those and correct them as I'm reading them. Okay, so we got a customer. This is the title of it. A customer abused our support staff, so I let her know that she wasn't as anonymous as she thought. Okay, so this is, like I said, this is coming from r/petty revenge in the Reddit forums. All right, several years ago, I worked the late shift as an online customer support agent for a women's clothing company. The other CSAs, that's going to be the shortened version of customer support agent, okay? The other CSAs and I were constantly mistreated by crappy customers, and our managers did absolutely nothing to support us. The company valued its customers so much that the rules for dealing with them were disgustingly lax. For example, this one guy would call in obviously masturbating, but we weren't allowed to hang up on him because he never actually said he was. We had a 3-strike policy where a customer could say pretty much anything they wanted to us 3 times before they were disconnected and banned. But we also had a 1-day turnover policy where if a customer was cut off for inappropriate behavior, the ban was reset the next day. So someone could come in, tell you you're a bitch 3 times, get kicked off, and then come and do it again the next day. The entire time I worked there, I never saw a single person get permanently banned, not even the masturbating guy. I eventually ended up quitting specifically because a customer harassed me to the point of crying, and my manager's response was that I could have an unpaid 10-minute break now instead of a 15-minute break later. Yeah. One of the worst customers, though, was this woman we'll call Kathy. This woman would enter our CSA chats around midnight, drunk. She admitted to this in parentheses. She would ask questions like, "What jeans do you think go with this top?" While the CSA answered, Kathy would say things like, "Wow, this is taking so long. Imagine working a minimum wage job at midnight. Bet you want to kill yourself." Warning number 1. The next time, it would get a little worse. "Wow, you're such a loser. Have you ever thought about killing yourself?" "I would if I was you." Warning number 2. The last time each night, it would be something like, "I hope you die. You're so sad. You should go kill yourself." At that point, we'd let her know that we could no longer help her and we'd disconnect her. And then she'd pop back in the chats within a few days and the whole thing would start over. She always said the same kinds of things. She clearly knew she could say 3 separate terrible things to us. Our managers never helped or stepped in. I once looked this woman up. I wanted to know who she was. To my surprise, I found out that she was a therapist. She had her own practice. I was baffled. What she did was horrible, cruel, unkind. I couldn't believe a therapist could do this. I later quit working at the company. I waited a few weeks, and then I made a phone call. Here it comes. To Kathy's practice. So she called Kathy's practice, okay? I spoke to Kathy. I told her I was seeking therapy. During our intake call, she asked me what kind of issues I was facing. "Well," I said, "I do this really weird psychotic thing a few nights a week. I get really drunk and I start a chat with minimum wage customer support agents, and I tell them multiple times that they should kill themselves. That's so fucking crazy, right?" She made a tiny noise. A moment passed and the call disconnected. My friends at the company said she has never messaged them again. So yeah. So that's the petty revenge story number 1. What do you guys think about that? Okay, I'll tell you the top comment. The top comment with 6,000 upvotes is you should have anonymous. Oh my god, you should have anonymously posted that on her Yelp page as well. Like, I agree with that. I agree with that. That is just so uncalled for. I like the thing is, I think for normal people, you know what I'm saying, like just normal everyday people who have a moral compass, pretty much know that's not something that you should go about doing. Yet this is just wrong behavior. Why would you do that every time you get like why would when you get drunk it inspire you to go and start telling some random person, some random customer service person to go kill themselves? This is, yeah, she absolutely deserves, she would deserve that, having it posted on her Yelp page. Okay, I'm telling you, that it's just vile. And so you don't ever think that real people out there like this exist until you maybe hear about it in forums like this. Yes, the real self comes out when people get drunk. Hey, I guess you're right. Guess you're right, Chris. So yeah, I thought that one was pretty good. Okay. So if you're watching this in the future too, just so you know, you can put your comments, anything that you want to say to any of these posts, in the comments below the video. Also, please hit the like button if you haven't already, and share this video out. And if you aren't subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe. Okay, so it's climbing up there. I'm slowly but surely. I'm gonna get those 1,000 followers so I can do this from my phone, and I can take us out of the house. Okay, so anyway, so that was the first one. Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit what you guys are saying here. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Okay, I have someone here saying, because most trained therapists are nuts themselves. Is that crazy? Like, you do have to sit there and wonder, like, because we all are human. But, you know, when they put that therapist hat on, it's like people look at them different. You know, you look at that person more like an authority figure. And so their imperfections can be easily overlooked, you know, except for when it comes out in things like this. Okay, we got another comment here from White Swan. She says, sadly, she probably wanted to say it to her patients and couldn't, so she took it out. She took it out. Oh my God, she took out her psychotic feelings on randos. Agreed. Agreed. Like, this is things people are secretly hiding, you know, and you just don't get a taste of it unless you're one of these unfortunate customer service agents, you know. But still, you know, like crazy, absolutely crazy. So let's go to another one. Here we go. I got another one though. This is hilarious. Okay. Let's see. Let's do the attempt. I read this one actually to some of my sons, and they thought this one was a good one. I'm gonna read this one. It's titled "Attempt Gift Swapping, Get Humiliated." This is also from the Petty Revenge subreddit, and the next one I'm gonna read is titled, "Am I wrong for aggressively interrupting my brother and his girlfriend's alone time?" Now that one, you know, you hear the title, but it's a lot different than what it sounds like. The titles are what's supposed to get you, and it definitely got me. And so we're going to read that one in a second. Yeah, so funny. Okay, so here's a good one. Okay, so we're going to attempted gift swapping, get humiliated. Like, and I'm just like, okay, when I read this, okay, it's like, who does this? Apparently this one. Okay. Today at my nephew's 13th birthday, today was my nephew's 13th birthday and was the day I finally got back at my sister-in-law for her antics. Sister-in-law has had a bad habit of swapping name tags on the gifts with her cheap last-minute finds since the gifts were opened when the extended guest had left. She had been successful with the gift I sent over when I was out of town and couldn't attend my nephew's birthday a few years ago, and thought she might try to pull her usual trick. So I got my neighbor in on this. I gave him a box with bright yellow wrapping, and I asked him to brag about how he got lucky in finding this super rare Star Wars Lego set, while sister-in-law stood near, knowing the gifts will be opened later when he had left. As expected, sister-in-law decided to generously help set up the gifts and the decorations. I caught her eyeing the box with the yellow wrapping paper, and before long, she accidentally knocked over a few, quickly swapping the tags. After the party, nephew eagerly tore into the presents. The look on sister-in-law's face made me wish I had some reality TV camera set up for this. When nephew opened the box with the bright yellow wrapping paper with her name on it, out came a few packs of cigarettes and a box of contraceptives with a post note reading, "Happy birthday, you're a man now." Sister-in-law was speechless, and so was the rest of the family. She tried to play it off as a prank, and she wanted nephew to be prepared for adulthood. She was red as a ripe tomato the rest of the night. Edit. Okay, so this person edited it after they posted it. A lot of you were asking about how sister-in-law never got caught. Nobody ever found out she was swapping gifts since she targeted people who were not going to be present at the time of opening. My suspicions only started when it happened to me. I did talk to her when I found out about the gift I sent over a few years ago, but she brushed it off as a mistake while arranging the presents. So, yeah. Can you imagine taking the time to pick out a really nice gift for someone, and then you're at the party, or you hear about the party later on, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, thank you for that gift," and it's not even the gift that you bought them? Someone else switched it out? I would be pissed. I would be pissed. Okay, let's see. Okay, the top comment on this one is, "If you ever do this again, include nothing but a piece of paper that says, 'I have been swapping gifts with people for years and have never actually bought anything of value.'" Which makes a lot of sense. I would do some. I would like to put something like that in there too. I would want her to be called out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess you're playing the long game with that one when it comes to making sure that she gets embarrassed, okay, for the fact that she never bought a really good gift and decided to switch her gifts out. You know, because there's always that one person. I mean, they might not have a lot to give, you know, so they get, like, I don't know, dollar store presents or something like that. But still, don't switch it out. Like, just be like, yeah, this is all I could afford. It's a thought that counts, you know. Oh, we're still on the therapist one I see in the chat. Yes, exactly. Okay, Sandy is saying, personally, I've had many counselors and therapists over the years, not all as sick as this. Yes, it's standard practice to work on your shit while work with others. Okay, so I almost became a therapist. Oh, wow, you almost became a therapist. That's pretty interesting. Right, get a gift card. Exactly, Angel Lori, get a fucking gift. How hard is it? You know? Oh, don't even worry about it, Sandy. Don't even worry about it. I get slow in the chat sometimes, or in the stream sometimes too, and then I'll be responding, and then I'll realize that my like everyone else is saying different comments, and I'll realize, oh yeah, I need to, somehow it got laggy, and so I'm behind. We all do it. We all do it, girl. Okay, so all right, let's go to the next one though. Let's go to the next one because I don't want to be here all day. I just wanted to do this a little bit, okay? And and here's the ideal I have for this, okay? I want to find a way. I'm going to get StreamYard, okay? And then I want to have other people come on with me, and I'll read these, and we'll give our thoughts and perspectives on it in that regard. Because who doesn't want to give their opinion when it comes to crazy stuff like this? So, like, for instance, I could have Angel Lori on or Joanna, and I could pick out some of these Reddit posts, and we could read them and respond to them together. Okay, I thought that would be a lot of fun. So just know I plan on trying to do something like that. I mean, I'll bring all my friends on as guests, and we'll read these types of things. I'm having so much fun. Okay. Just seeing if I'm missing any of the comments real quick. Bear with me. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at Braden's comment here. Yeah, it's like even therapists will have their own therapist. If that just puts it into perspective for you when it comes to needing help and just not being perfect. And we're all really we all have like pretty much the same tools to try and heal, right? Okay, right, Joanna? Yes, we're going to do that. Be prepared, lady. Be prepared. Okay. So here's the next one. Okay, I have a few of them too that I'm saving for later streams. Okay, because there are some really like controversial ones, but I'm gonna not do the two controversial ones yet because they're quite racy. So anyway, let's do this next one though. This one it does say not safe for work. Okay, is this the longer one though? Hold on, let me make sure that's not the last one I wanted. Okay, that one's a good one. Okay, that one. Okay, yeah, I heard that one yesterday. Actually, let's do one more. We're gonna save the not safe for work one for the end, because that one is the bit longer one. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys vote. Okay. So listen to these two titles, and you guys tell me which one I should read. All right. First title is Am I the Asshole for giving my mother-in-law a fake copy of my house key and exposing her on Christmas dinner? That's a very interesting one. And then we have um, ruin my wedding. Wait, ruin my wedding to propose. I'll ruin your proposal. Who wants to hear that one? Number one or number two? So someone put in the chat one or two. Whoever gets the first number in there, that's the one I'm going with. That's how this works. One. All right, we got it. Number one. Okay. This one actually comes from Am I the Asshole? Okay, so that's the subreddit if you ever want to go and look at these things. It's Am I the Asshole for giving my mother-in-law a fake copy of my house key and exposing her on Christmas dinner? I want to preface this by saying that I, 34 female, married to my husband, 37 male, a year ago. See, there's a little bit of typo there. It's going to drive me nuts. His mom is snoopy and annoying as fuck. She can't help it. That is just how she is. And my dear in-law, or that's what my dear in-laws say. Okay. My husband and I purchased a new house recently. My mother-in-law kept pushing to get an emergency key. She promised that she'd only ever use it in case of emergency. But given the fact that she had an emergency key to our old apartment and walked in on us being intimate twice, but my husband didn't think it was a big deal, I just couldn't trust her, so I sent her a fake key after she kept pushing, and she had a smug look on her face after I hand delivered it to her. Days gone by, and on Christmas dinner, mother-in-law angrily called me out on the fact that I gave her a fake copy of the house key. She shamed me for doing this in front of everyone. But in my defense, I asked her how she found out and said how she found out, and she said days ago when she came over at 4 while my husband and I were out, that's when she found out. I reminded her, didn't you promise you would only use it unless there was an emergency? So you tried to get in when there was no emergency, and you broke the promise you made to us? She looked red in the face, and the other family started staring, and some even laughed at her for the face she made. She suddenly got up from her seat and rushed into the kitchen, where she had a huge meltdown so loud that the next door neighbors must have heard. Literally, I've never heard a 60-plus-year-old woman throw a temper tantrum like that. Needless to say, dinner went awkward, and my husband and his sister were giving me looks. My husband went off on me in the car and said I lied and manipulated and humiliated and exposed his mom, and said he wouldn't have let me get away with it had he known. We had an argument, and he is demanding I apologize to his mom for my childish behavior and for ruining Christmas dinner for the whole family. Am I the asshole? ETA, wait, I'm not sure what ETA means. So this went off unexpectedly, and I thought I'd show my husband some pretty help. Okay, so she's saying after she posted this, she was getting comments, okay, and she was trying to show her husband. All right, like look at what people are saying. She said, and I thought I'd show my husband some pretty helpful comments I found here minutes ago, but he got mad at me when he saw it and said I was nuts to talk about his family online. He demanded my phone so he could delete it, but I refused, and I went upstairs into the bedroom. I've never seen him so agitated, and I didn't think he'd react like that, honestly. But thank you guys for the support. It really means so much to me, and I'll update you later if I can. So what do you guys think? Is she the asshole? What do you guys think? Yeah, I can't imagine giving just random people like especially if I knew that they had broken that like house key trust before. Like why would you want to do that? Yeah, mother-in-law dramas are the worst for sure. Oh, you wanted story number 2. Don't worry, we're gonna read it. We're gonna read it, White Swan. No, she's not the. I totally agree with you. And honestly, it says here that she was voted not the asshole. Okay, she was voted not the asshole because here's the thing. She's got a husband problem there. She's got a husband problem. Why is he like he should be on her side? Like their mother-in-law walked in on us intimately twice. And here she is. She's like, "Oh, I promise I'll only use it for emergencies." And yet she somehow found out that the house key didn't work. Like, what was the emergency there? There was no emergency there. Like, what is going on in people's minds that they want to walk in on this type of stuff? It just it feels like mama's boy. Mama's boy. Mm-hmm. Yep, this is true. There is no changing a mother-in-law. So you bet. Yep, throw away the husband. Throw away the whole husband, the whole family. We're done. We're done. Especially if he doesn't defend you. Like, I'm sorry, when you marry a woman, when a man and woman come together, that's the united front. That should be a united front, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. Yeah, he's definitely in denial. I think the dude is in denial, and then to get mad that he's being told he's wrong, which I get it a lot. It's hard hearing that you were wrong and that you were the asshole, but we all do it at some point in time. And so it's honestly, I feel like this is a really positive thing for people to be able to come on here and put their stories out here like this and have a little bit clearer perspective. Because I know there has been situations that traumatized me in my family's past where I was made to feel like the asshole, which but later on I just knew. I'm like, I wasn't. If I would have gone on here, I could have definitely, it would have helped me out a lot to have felt like there was some support. So I really do. I hope that these people who come on here and are not the assholes, I hope that this puts their mind at ease and maybe helps them heal from the trauma of the certain situations, you know. Yes, partner comes first. Angel Lori says, I like to be the asshole sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it's good to, like the petty revenge. In petty revenge stories, you want to be the asshole. Which reminds me, I actually do have my own petty revenge story I was going to talk about after this next one. Okay, so let's get on to the second one, though. This is the one White Swan was asking about. Oh, wait, what was the top comment? Let's see what the top comment was. Oh, yeah. They basically just said, I'd rethink the marriage if my husband put his mother over me. I agree. She brought it on herself. You know, she was the one that chose to bring it up at Christmas dinner like that. Did she really think she wasn't going to get called out? Okay. So let's go to the next one, guys. Okay, let's do ruin my wedding to propose. I'll ruin your proposal. This one is good, guys. This one is good. Okay. But you're going to have to let me know at the end. Do you think this guy went too far? Okay, so let's do this. I love Reddit too, man. Me and your nephew would get along, Angel Lori. Okay, so here we go. This is so this person is posting from a throwaway account, okay, which it's like if you don't want it to, because when you make a profile, you put your real stuff in there, okay, like sometimes you don't want it getting back to your family member, since Reddit is such a prevalent thing, you know, and it happens more than you think, where people will make a post and not think that their family will find out, or whoever it is that they're talking about will find out, and it does, especially if the post goes viral. Okay, so this is a throwaway account. I, 35 male, have a younger brother, Todd, 29 male, who had a complicated birth and had to stay a month in the ICU. And because of that, my parents have always doted on him and almost denied him nothing, even if it was to the detriment of my sister, Abby, 32 female, and I. My brother drinks in on attention and has on more than one occasion made himself the center of attention at either my sister's, or my cousin's special event. Because of this, Abby and I have a strained relationship with Todd and our parents. Unfortunately, Todd met and fell in, Unfortunately, Todd met and fell in love with Lucy, 24 female, who announced her own pregnancy at the baby shower my mom held for Abby. So his sister was having a baby shower, and this woman came and stole the thunder from her by announcing that she was pregnant too. When I proposed to my wife, Michelle, 30 female, I just wanted to elope, but she really wanted her family to be there, so I invited my family out of obligation. While out, my best man, Jim, 35 male, noticed a receipt from a jewelry store slipped out of Todd's pocket. Jim confronted Todd about this, which led to an argument. Jim told me everything, and I told Todd that he was no longer going to be a groomsman. because I knew he was going to propose at my wedding. Todd cried to our parents, which led to a big blow up. In my parents' eyes, since Todd never admitted that he was going to propose to Lucy at my wedding, I was unfairly judging him. I refused, and I brought up Todd's past behavior. My parents couldn't refute this and got Todd to agree to not try anything at my wedding. This wasn't enough to convince me to let him be a groomsman, but I warned him that if, as a guest, he tried anything, I would make him regret it. Fast forward to the wedding, and surprise, surprise, Todd walked over to Lucy and proposed to her during Michelle's father-daughter dance, and did it in a way so that everyone would notice. Cue my revenge. Here it comes, guys. Jim and I had hired a woman to pretend to be Todd's side piece, who courted Todd and Lucy and claimed that she was pregnant with his baby. Todd denied this, but when she called his phone, I gave her his number and messed with Todd's phone to incriminate him. It didn't look good. Lucy threw the ring back at Todd and left in tears. When Todd saw the smile on my face, he knew that it was me, and I didn't respond to a single call/text from him or my parents until after the honeymoon. Lucy has thrown Todd's stuff out and has been denying him access to their kid. Todd is furious and demanding that I clear his name. I sent him a text saying that I had no idea what he was talking about, as well as a screenshot for a bill for the wedding, and gave him a vague message demanding reimbursement for half of the wedding cost. Michelle knew the whole time what I was planning and gave me the green light after Todd ruined her moment with her dad. So I felt pretty good about it, even now. Abby thinks I went too far. And there it is. Right, Chris? It's like, imagine you hire someone and it comes out viable. Can you imagine? Like, that is a juicy one, guys. Do you think he went too far? Do you think he went too far, though? I mean, I don't think he went too far, but I do think that I would probably try and clean it up maybe afterward. I probably would, like, after maybe making him sweat for a little while, go to Lucy, the girlfriend/fiance, and be like, yeah, I did that because he was gonna, he was taking away from our day. It's our special day. That is one of the things I have been learning about weddings. I've been learning all the etiquette about weddings from these things. Like, you're never supposed to wear a white dress, which I honestly, I don't think I would ever try to pick out a white dress for a wedding. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that people purposely can be told, do not wear a white dress to my wedding, and they do it anyway. Let me tell you what you do, okay? If you're having a wedding and someone else wears a white dress on your day, you get your bridesmaids to get super soaker guns and put red wine in it. And then you just shoot the person. You just shoot that white dress. Get them out of here, okay? You're also not supposed to wear red. Apparently that is another faux pas, where you're basically saying like you're objecting. You're objecting to the wedding, right? But what was the other one, though? Yeah, and you don't propose at someone else's wedding. It is their wedding. For God's sakes, like, let people have their moments. Don't try to take away from it. Oh my gosh. That's just unbelievable. Let's see what the top comment was, though. Okay, and that blew up. That one got 41.3 thousand upvotes. So that's a lot, guys. Okay, so the top comment was, during the father-daughter dance, ! That's insane. I love what you did. Maybe time to go no contact instead of low contact. You have your new family now. Yeah. And his wife supported him. He got the green light from his wife, so happy wife, happy life, right? Okay, I'm going to read some of your guys' comments now. Okay. Yes. Yes, it is way juicier than the mother-in-law story. I agree. Yes. Okay, I'm reading Joanna's comment real quick. He did warn him. Yeah, he was a little bit of an asshole too, but exactly, his brother had it coming. You know, it's the entitlement. This dude is the entitlement that, you know, he should be allowed to do whatever he wants, even if you asked him not to. Like, he threw a fit about it. When he was confronted, he threw a fit and said, oh, he wasn't going to do that, you know, like, and then he does it. And then he does it. Unbelievable. All right. Braden says he doesn't think he went too far. Cool. I agree with you. You know, I accidentally wore a red dress to a wedding once. I didn't know that, and it's like bright red. Bright, wow, it's bright red. Guys, we're speaking baby talk now. It's bright. It's a bright red Chinese dress. It's satin. It's like traditional Chinese dress. And you know, I didn't think about this until just the other day too. You know, red is actually the color they wear in China. The traditional Chinese weddings, you wear a red wedding dress. So good thing I wasn't at a Chinese wedding, I guess, with that. But I do remember getting some weird looks. So apparently I just didn't know, you know. I feel bad about it now. I wish I could go back and change it. But it was literally the only, I didn't want to go out and buy a new dress. I was like, I'll just wear this thing. It's quite pretty. Mm-hmm. Queen Victor says, I don't think he went too far, even though it was a brutal revenge. His brother was so calculating in his behaviors to upstage his sibling. So selfish. Totally agree. Totally agree. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is sabotage because you're taking away from her moment, and it's the second time they've done it. You know, it's the second time, like in the family, that they've done a big, like I said, with Abby, his sister. They did it during her baby shower. Now they're doing it with the freaking wedding. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, so let's go. Let's go to another one though. Let's go to another one. Oh, I'm saving this one. Saving that one. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we got that one. All right, this one is just fucking crazy. Okay, this one is actually from a subreddit called Two Hot Takes, which is the show, the YouTube podcast that I've been inspired by. Okay, that and Smosh Pit, those are the main two people, and Charlotte Dobray. Those are like the three YouTube channels I've been jumping around and listening to all these. Okay, this one I thought was a little crazy. This one isn't as racy or as juicy. Okay, but it is a little bit insane. It's like, what? How can? Okay, so the title is my wife wants to raise our 1-year-old and our newborn as twins. Okay. A few weeks ago, my second son was born. He was somehow born on the exact day my 1-year-old was born. I thought this was a neat coincidence and joked about how much money we would save on birthday parties. My wife, however, is taking it a lot more seriously. She's set on the ideal of raising our 2 boys as twins. She always wanted twins, and she said the fact that they were born on the same day is a sign from God. I'm like, this woman can't be serious, right? She says if they're raised as the same age, they would be able to go to school together, having each other's backs, and believes that they would be closer as twins rather than siblings. I told her I'd rather not psychologically torture my son for the rest of his life, but she was adamant that we will tell him when he grows up, and it's only so he can be closer to his brother now. I also brought up that they clearly do not look the same age, and she says by the time they're 1 or 2, no one will be able to tell the difference. Does she have any sort of point? So, lying to kids. Lying to children. Do you not think that's going to have a consequence later on? Like, you know, honestly, I feel bad. If there's any children in the room right now, plug their ears. I feel bad even having lied to my children about Santa Claus or Tooth Fairy. Like, I've been looking for ways to get out of that for years now, and it's been really hard because I'm like, shit, I've already gone with it for so many years, and my children are the type that they hold on to that magic all the way until like 12, 13. Like, I'm like, how can they still believe this? Is like, how do they not figure it out? I don't know. But you know, like I remember my son David. I remember when he first found out and the look of devastation on his face and the energy that came from him. And I was so upset at myself. And I'm like, why do we do this? Why do we do this? Oh, Santa retired. That I should have said something like that. Santa is real. I saw Santa. Here's the thing. I did see Santa Claus, and my ex-husband, he swears he saw him too. Okay, like, so I would try to tell them, like, it's the spirit, Santa Claus is a spirit. And with all of us putting our mind, even though, okay, we know in this community, we know what it really is supposed to stand for. If you rearrange some letters, we know that. But for me, the thing I would tell them is, like, you know our consciousness is so powerful. If we're all putting into this belief that this person, this entity exists known as Santa Claus, then we're going to create him like a tulpa. Okay, right? I think that's what it's called, a tulpa. All right. So I swear to God, though, I have a memory. I even told my mom that I woke up. It was like just turning daylight, and I was like 5 years old. Okay, and I like crawled on my hands and knees out to the Christmas tree to see if the presents were there yet. And I swear to God, I saw Santa in a Santa suit, bent over, like putting up the presents under the tree. I swear. I was like, he's real. So, but that's besides the point. Let's get back to the post, though. Okay, so lying to children, telling them that they're twins when they're not twins, so that one's always going to be advanced, the other one's always going to be a little bit behind. Like, what? Like, why would you do this to your? I just think it's wrong. She was voted the asshole, by the way. Like, that she shouldn't. Like that was wrong. I guess it wasn't really am I the asshole one, but basically, I'm trying to see what the top comment was. Okay, so here's the top comment. There was an update too. Well, let's see what the update was real quick. Let's see if I can go to the update real quick. Okay, so let's see if this has anything different in it. Okay, update. The kids are safe. Okay, I'm going to read. The kids are safe and are with me. My wife, for the time being, has gone to her family's house. A lot has happened in the past few days that has had me questioning my entire relationship with her. Firstly, I want to make some things clear from my previous post. She planned for my 1-year-old to delay joining kindergarten by a year so that they wouldn't be behind. There wouldn't be a behind child, but rather one who's at an average level and one who's slightly advanced for his age. People have pointed out that for this to work, all of our friends and family would have to be in on it. Her family completely supports her and also believes this to be a gift from God. My family, on the other hand, lives states away. We've just recently moved here so the only friends we know are my wife's childhood friends from when she used to live here. My wife has had episodes before. When we had my first son, there would be days when I'd come home from work with the baby crying and hunger because my wife couldn't get out of bed, so she's suffering from postpartum depression. We've been in therapy and even moved closer to her family so that she could have some support. But this goes beyond any previous episodes. I told her that I wouldn't put up with it. This only works if everyone is in on it, and I made it clear that I'd never be in on it. She can dress them up in matching outfits, can even call them Irish twins, but if she ever implies it's anything more than that, I'd shut it down. This did not go over well. She yelled at me for denying her of her God-given blessing, that she would divorce me and raise these kids on her own if she had to. That scared me. I told her she had to leave. Now, she wanted to take the kids with her, but I refused. I might have overreacted, but I was thinking about the safety of the kids first and foremost. That was last night. I've been taking care of the kids and have been contemplating what to do next. I understand my wife isn't in the proper mental state currently. I've brought up going to doctors and therapy multiple times, but how do you convince someone that they need help when their entire family and friends support their delusions? I can't keep the kids away from her forever. Her family and friends are blowing up my phone. Where do I go from here? Yeah. Throw the entire family out. No, I'm kidding. No, don't do that. This is a rough one. Like, I don't envy this guy at all. Like, you want to save your marriage. You want the kids to have two parents that are together for sure. That is obviously, it's going to be the healthier choice for the children. But how do you get this wife to realize that it's just an unrealistic expectation, that that's not going to happen? And I know anyone who has children knows that fear when the other parent threatens that they're going to take away the kids from you. So I mean that he's really got himself in a bind here. Let's see what the top comment was, though. Okay, the top comment here from the update is, "That's rough. It astounds me that her friends are latching onto this insane scheme." It really blows my mind, too. How is the family down to do this? How is the family down to do this? Oh, my God. Wait, there's a triplets comment that you're laughing at? Okay, I'm going to go up here and read what we got. Yeah, I also wonder the percentage of people on her side, Chris. She had a third baby, and now they're triplets, right? Can you imagine? She would probably try to pull it. She probably would. I mean, wow. Yeah, exactly, Queen Victor. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. How is she? Exactly, Miss White Swan. Exactly. Like the birth certificates, all that type of stuff. This would involve some serious illegal things because you have to show a birth certificate when you go to register them for school and everything like that. It's just, she clearly didn't think it thoroughly out, but she probably would try to do something about forging those birth certificates in the long run, I would guess. Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm just reading the comments here, guys. Yeah, exactly, Chris. It's not even legal. Yes, I agree, Angel Lori. She does need some mental help. She's clearly, like I said, she's clearly in postpartum depression. She had 2 babies back to back. That is very difficult to go through that. Hormonally, you are not yourself. She needs time to heal. I've been there. I've been in that dark hole. After my son Henry was born, I just remember sitting in my bathroom and just hurting, being in pain, crying my eyes out, couldn't stop crying, didn't know why. Like, I had this beautiful baby and I would have to like push it all down to go take care of this beautiful baby I had. And I actually I've been thinking about this story a lot, actually, when it comes to my son Henry. Like, this is going to be okay, like, I'm kind of going off topic now, but I've kind of wanted to talk about it before because it has to do with dreams. Okay, so I had this dream before my son Henry was born, who is let's see, he's my 4th son. Okay. Um, he wasn't planned. Obviously, most of my children weren't planned, quite honestly. So I had this dream that I was a baby. I was being born. Okay. And when I came out, I was with my mom and I was so happy, but then I was taken away from her. All right. And I remember in the dream, I was experiencing the emotions of the fact that I was with my father, and next to my father was this woman with curly brown hair. And I was really heartbroken. I just wanted to be with my mom in this dream. And I was just so sad. And I didn't know why, like, where was my mom? Where is she? I just wanted to be with her. Okay. And I was saying in the dream, I was saying to myself, if I could just be with my mom again, I will be happy every day of my life. I will just be happy every day of my life. I can just be with my mom again. And so my son Henry was born, and it was a bit of a rough labor. He was coming out sunny side up, which basically means like the largest part of his head was coming out instead of the smallest part. So it was quite difficult to get him out. I was doing it in a water tub. I had a home birth midwife, and I held him. When he first came out, I held him, but I was having such bad after pains that I asked his dad to take him. Okay, so his dad took him, and the midwife and him were checking her out. And I didn't think about this at the time, but my midwife that I had brown curly hair. Okay. And so I thought to myself, I said, was this my son Henry showing me his emotional experience for his labor and birth? And I truly believe that it was, because I've often told people, like, babies that come fresh from the other side, the concept of time is not real to them yet. They do not have a concept of time. Every moment is forever. Okay. Imagine that. Every moment feels like eternity. So if you're happy, you feel, oh, this is great. If you're sad, and you're not with your mom, it's going to be traumatizing. That's why I became a home birth midwife, and it's like all about keeping the mom and the baby together and bonding them. But I just had a special circumstance in this case. And so I realized, though, that after that he had shown me his emotional experience, that this was me being able to know what he was feeling like. And let me tell you something. After he did come back to me, because I woke up before I got to get back to my mom in the dream, but this child was so unique. He smiled every day of his life. Every day. And babies don't smile. Let me tell you something. Babies don't give sincere smiles for the most part until they're 3 months old. This child, from the first day he was born, every morning would wake up and smile at me with such joy and such delight. And honestly, that was the only thing that got me through that postpartum. It was the only thing. So I know that we can share things like that in dreams, you know. So this woman clearly, anyway, I love that. I love that baby. I love my children. So grateful for that. So I don't know. I guess I'm just putting that out there for anyone who is getting ready to have babies. You know, anyone that comes across this in the future and knows other people that are getting ready to have babies or anything like that. Just know that it's very important to consider that when a baby first comes out. Like they want to be with their mom. They've been listening to their mom's voice. That's why it traumatizes children when they're adopted so bad, because they know babies are smarter than what we think. Okay. So anyway, now that I got that out of the way, all right, so we're done with that story. Okay. Let me see if anyone had any more comments about it. Yes. Oh, hi, Matthew. Hi, Nora. Sure, you're in the background there. Yeah, thank you, Joanna. He is a special guy. I had pictures of it too. It was the biggest smile you've ever seen a baby make. I'm telling you. I'll post it sometime when it comes to my timeline. Oh, Angel Lori says, that's true. My daughter showed me who she would be while inside of me at about 6 months old. She showed me her as a newborn and as I was 1 year old, and as a 1 year old. Gave birth, and it was the baby from my dreams. Yes. Yes. That happens. My son William also showed me himself, and the dream came actually before my son Henry even, and I thought, I was like, I thought this baby was going to be that baby. It wasn't. And then his brother came, and I saw his face, and I was like, oh my God, that's the baby that I said I would take care of in this white room. But dreams are just such a fascinating thing. Hi Trevor, nice to see ya. Thanks for coming. Okay. So yeah, woman needs some help. I hope she gets it. Let's all pray for her. That's the other thing we can do for these people. You know, we can pray for them because prayers do work. Prayers help. Okay. All right. So let's get back to our let's get back to our Reddit stories. Okay. So let's see what we're going to read this time. Okay. Like I said, I have a few of them saved here. I'm saving some of the more controversial ones for next time. Okay, let's do. Okay. Should we wrap it up? Should I do one or two more stories, guys? I'm willing to do two more, but if we're only going to do one, then I'm going to do the not safe for work one. So again, I ask if you guys are enjoying this, say in the chat, put a number 2 in the chat. 2, sweet. Angel Lori, glad you're here for it. Okay, so let's do this other one first, and then we'll get to that one. Okay, so. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm just trying to decide between which one we're going to do first. I got 2 petty revenge ones left, and then the not safe for work one. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So 1 or 2 again. We're voting in the chat again. Okay. So the first one is titled, "So You Want to Snoop in Your Daughter's Texts?" ? Okay, that's number 1. Doesn't really give us a real good feeling of what it is. Okay, here's the second one. This one's going to be a little bit more blatant. "You don't like your boyfriend seeing me braless in the dorm? Then he won't." Which one? Yeah, we're going to do the not safe for work one for sure. That's going to be the last one we're going to do. Okay, because that one gets me pissed off, honestly. So we're going to do that one. All right, so number 1 or number 2? Number 1 or 2? The first one is about something going on with a mother snooping in her daughter's texts and coming to bite her in the ass a little bit. And then the second one is obviously, "You don't like your boyfriend seeing me braless in the dorm? Then he won't." Number 2. Which one? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? 1. Angel Lori says 1. Trevor says 1. We're doing that one then. Okay. All right. So this comes from our Petty Revenge. Again, I love the unanimity. What is that? The unitedness here of the number 1s. Okay. Hold on. Can fairies even get pissed? Yes, Chris. They can get pissed. Fairies are very hot tempered, actually, especially if they're pixies, like my daughter. Yeah, they are very fiery. Think of Tinkerbell. Think of Tinkerbell. Okay? She gets pissed a lot. Anyway. So you want to snoop in your daughter's texts? Question mark. This is from Petty Revenge. Okay. So I'm married to a wonderful woman. She's smart, funny, and very kind. Her mother is generally very nice and tends to have a great attitude and be very enjoyable. A bit of a prude, but generally enjoyable. However, can be a bit of a major snoop. If my wife leaves her phone sitting around, she will just pick it up and start going through it. My wife has kind of laughed this off as a remnant of her mom being controlling when she was a kid. I am not a fan of this because my wife and I will sometimes text about things that simply don't involve her mother and I don't feel are her business at all. So over Christmas, I saw my wife set her phone down on the kitchen counter and I had a brilliant idea. Her mom was still in the kitchen and I sent my wife the most sexually depraved text about all the things I was going to do to her when everyone left. Honestly, he says in parentheses, honestly, most of them are things we haven't ever done, but I had to make it extra scarring, on quotation mark. I sent this text from the bathroom, and maybe it was my imagination, but I could swear I heard an audible gasp shortly after her phone went off. So clearly the mother was fucking looking at it. When I went out, her mother absolutely would not look me in the eye, then not so discreetly asked her daughter to come talk to her in the other room. When my wife came back into the living room, I thought she had been crying. However, upon closer inspection, she was laughing. Her mother had questioned her about me sexually abusing her and if I always talked down to her like that. My wife had told her kindly that what we do is between us and only us. Probably the best gift this Christmas. So the wife supported him. The wife had his back, which is a good thing, and because think about it. Because like he said at the beginning, the mother is a prude. Okay. So what I would be interested in and what I kind of wish he had posted was what exactly he said. I wish we could know what it was that he said because he did it on purpose to make a point, to scare his mother-in-law away from snooping through his wife's phone. And I think it worked. Okay, so let's see what. Oh my God, the top comment was deleted. Oh, well, that's a bummer. It's the only comment we have here is, or maybe she wanted to try all these things. You never know. Talking about the wife, like maybe she thought it was funny or wanted to do this stuff. Oh no, maybe the mother-in-law was. They're trying to imply the mother-in-law wanted to do it. I don't know. Anyway, trying to see if there's any other good comments, but what do you think? You think he went too far? You think that was okay? I know, right? I'm like, I need to know what he wrote. But I heard this one on one of the shows I was watching, and I was like, that is kind of funny. I hope that one wasn't too disappointing, though. So, yeah, he taught her a lesson. But let's get to the not safe for work one, though. Let me see what time it is. And then we'll get to the reading, and then we'll head on out of here. All right, guys? Okay. So this is from actually Best of Redditors updates. So apparently there's a lot of updates on this one. Okay, it was reposted here from some other the Am I Wrong thread. So basically it's similar to the Am I the Asshole thread. Okay, so am I wrong for aggressively interrupting my brother and his girlfriend's alone time? Okay, here we go. Okay, so me, 22 female, my brother Owen, 26 male, and his girlfriend Anna, 27 male, all live in my parents' property. I moved back in after a series of unfortunate events and am currently attending university. Owen works with my dad, and it's easier for him to live at home. And Anna moved in with Owen pretty quickly. I have no problem with Anna. She's really sweet and funny and overall a really good housemate, except for one thing. Here it comes. They get intimate a lot, at least twice a day. That's a lot, twice a day. And the house has thin walls. I hate it, but I usually just plug my headphones in and focus on whatever. But one big issue I've had with them is consistently leaving the door open, especially when I'm trying to sleep, since my bedroom is right across from theirs. When the door is closed and they have some music playing or something else, it's whatever. We all know what's going on, but at least there's an attempt there. But when the door is open, I can hear it clearly. I can see it clearly. It's gross. I've asked them several times to make sure they keep the door closed, and they keep forgetting. I started to threat I started to threaten to throw the cat on them or just bust the door wide open if they didn't shut it. They kept forgetting. So last night, everybody else was in bed by 8ish. They all had to work early. I was up until midnight before finally feeling ready to crash. As soon as I lay down to go to sleep, they start going at it with the door open. I was pissed. I was tired. And I'm aware that this is probably not accurate, but in the moment, it felt like they waited for me to be in bed. And I was sick of asking them nicely. So I went over and I busted the door open exactly like I said I would do and said, "Close your fucking door." This morning, as soon as I woke up, Anna says to me that what I did was inappropriate. I said, "Doing it with the door open is inappropriate." She said that they were about to close it when I did that. Sure. She then says to me, "It's part of growing up, Jane, and you got to deal with it." Like, excuse me? It did not go well from there. I told her to piss off and to go to work, and she got pissed. Owen got pissed at me and told me to cut the shit. And I said, "If you want to act like you live alone, get your own fucking place," and then stomped out the door. So that's where I'm at now. I don't know. I feel justified. I've tried being nice. I've tried being firm, but they just can't seem to follow this simple request. I don't think asking them to keep the door shut and maybe put something on the TV is unreasonable, and yet I'm being made to feel like I'm an interloper in a place that's not even Owen's house. Our parents agreed with me, but Owen and Amy are pretty mad at me. Am I wrong? There is an update. Okay, I'm just scanning the update real quick. So what do you guys think? Let's just stop there. So imagine, okay? Like, who the hell does that? Right, Joanna? That is where I'm headed. That is where my mind is going as well. Guess they don't have jobs, Angel Lori says. You're funny. Oh, hi, Brian. Nice to see you here. There's another Gemini in the house. God, we got a bunch of Geminis up in here, don't we? So the dad doesn't do anything about it. Apparently, I don't think the mom and dad live there. I think this is the parents' home, but it's the three of them living there. Yeah, just close the door. I agree, Trevor. Close the door. Like, how hard is it to follow that request? That's what makes me think this is a fetish. This is a fetish. You know, like, what the? There are people out there like that want to be seen. You know, but that's really weird. They're siblings and they can't just shut the door. I'd be creeped out personally. I'd be like, I don't want to see that shit. Like, what you guys do behind closed doors is your business. Like, do not include me in this. I'd be very upset about it. So yeah, I don't think the dude was wrong. Obviously, he's asking, is he wrong for busting in and saying that to them after he gave them warning? And the fact that the girlfriend said, we were just getting ready to shut it. Okay, if we already know you're making the noises, you're making the sounds, and it's happening, at what point were you going to shut the door? Like, shut the door before you start doing it. It's not that hard. It is not that hard. Shut the door. And I can see maybe it happening once as a slip up too, but it happens often enough to where this dude is writing this post. Okay, let's see what the update was though. Apparently, the parents had a talk with them, and they said that they were willing to drop it and move on. I mean, sure, whatever. It's a step. Then this morning, I discovered Anna is just not going to interact with me ever again. She said she's done. She's tired being nice, blah, blah, blah. She'll be civil, but she's done. Every time I walk into the room, she walks right out and thinks that's being civil. That's not civil. That's passive aggressive. I'm so fucking tired. Owen is a dumbass because this is his first girlfriend and he doesn't think he can do better. But he can do so much better than this overgrown toddler. Whatever. I hate my life so much. Have a better day than I'm having, y'all. Okay, so It says most users agree that what the couple is doing is on purpose, and that the original poster did nothing wrong. I agree with them. I think the original poster did nothing wrong when it came to barging in and saying shut the door. Okay. Okay. Let's see if there's any other update. Like, this was a long one, so I'm like just trying to glance at some of the comments. Okay, yeah, this is okay. So this is one of the top comments. It says they are doing it on purpose. They cannot be that clueless. What you can do next is get petty. The next time they do this, do a commentary football style. Think of Tony Alkman, Joe Buck style. Oh, they have started. Let's see if they can make it last one more minute this time. Oh, that cry sounded so fake. How does he believe it? Maybe pre-record a bunch of comments with friends of yours and just play them loudly when it starts again. That's pretty good petty revenge right there. Oi, my brother had. Oi, does my big brother have an odd mole in his? Oh my God. Okay, so this is what someone's saying that this original poster should say to the mom. To go to the mom and say, does Big Brother have an odd mole on his left testicle? It's weird the way it hangs lower than the other. Mom, did you ever talk to the pediatrician about brother's weird testicle situation? Do you think that the mole looks cancerous, football style, and possibly in children's karaoke with a karaoke machine? Oh, a stopwatch. Start recording times and call them either his best efforts or a sad performance. I'd make it so uncomfortable that the fetish might not survive. People don't understand consent are necessary for their fetish, and they're being gross basically. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty good one. I thought that was pretty, like, because it gets you thinking, like, but there are definitely some more controversial ones out there. Oh, is there another update? Okay, yeah, I'm just glancing at this. Do you guys want to hear the last update? It looks like there's a last update. Yeah, this is why this is under the best of Redditor updates one, because the OP added so much. Okay. Yes. All right. Let's read the update. So this update happened. Okay. I guess this is kind of a follow-up to the last debacle with her. I don't know, man. I'm tired. After the tiff I had with Anna, my brother Owen's girlfriend, about them closing the door when they're having intimate time, she decided she's done with me. That being around me is bad for her mental health, and I've been disrespectful and yada, yada, yada. She has since ceased any interaction with me and treats me like a ghost. Whatever. Hurtful, because I thought we had actually got along pretty good. Sure, there were moments, but I thought we were pretty good. Apparently not. Anyways, my birthday is coming up. Usually the family just goes out for dinner at the birthday person's choice of restaurant. Here's the thing, though. I don't want Anna to come. On why being around me is bad for her mental health, I admit I have anger issues. Always have. I see this is where, like, she's already making her second guess herself. Like, the treatment. And do you agree that it's passive aggressive, that she basically, Anna, the girlfriend, is saying, like, basically walking out of the room whenever the original poster is in the room? Is that really passive aggressiveness? Like, I don't know. Either way, it's not right. I don't agree that she should act that. I do think she's, like, overreacting, or, like, for something that she did wrong was being inappropriate on. Okay, so over the past 10 months, being around me is bad for her mental health. I'll admit I have anger issues. Always have. I've been going to the doctors and counseling and trying different medications and a bunch of other things for the last 5 years to try and be better. It's really hard. I know I'm not perfect, but I like to think that I've come a long way from then. Over the past 10 months, my life has somewhat fallen apart. Let's just say that I thought I was going to be married in 2 months to someone who, at this point, I have no idea where they are or even if they're alive. I had maybe 2 instances in that time where I've unfortunately lost control of myself and I've been destructive. Not to other people or things, but to myself. And I'm not proud of that. I hate myself for it every time it happened. Anna was there for both of those times, reassuring me that everything was going to be okay and sitting with me until I calmed down. I really trusted her and I thought she understood everything. And I always apologized profusely when it happened. And she always said it was fine, that she loved me and did and everything. But then she says she's done with me and I'm bad for her mental health. I don't know. It's like something flipped in me, and any comfort and trust or anything I felt about her was just gone. Which leads me to this. I'm very aware that this might be petty of me. It's just a dinner. But why do I want somebody who supposedly doesn't like me and says that I'm bad for their mental health to be at my birthday dinner? Why would I even want to go all out? What go out at all? Why would I even want to go out at all? My whole family already thinks I'm being petty by not just trying to patch things up with her. And I'm just considering saying fuck it and taking my kid out for the day. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being petty, but it really hurt when she said that I was subsequently acted like I don't, when she subsequently acted like I don't exist. And I don't really know why it still hurts. I know it's just a dinner and I can suck it up for a night, but it's my birthday. She already invaded my home and my family. I just want a night where everything I do what isn't wrong. So this has really gotten to her. This is really eating her up. Okay. What do you guys think about that one? Do you think she should feel bad about not wanting to invite Anna to the party? Personally, I don't think so. I think she has every right. I think she has every right to say, I don't want this girl at my birthday dinner. It's her, again, this is her time. And I honestly am a little upset at the parents and the family for telling her to like suck it up and that she's the one being petty. Like, no, have we all forgotten what this originally stemmed over? This stemmed over her being disrespectful, okay, to the original poster, and the fact that they couldn't just be considerate and not close the door when they were having intimate time as a couple. Like that's not a hard request. It's not too much to ask. Okay. And the fact that she only did that, only busted in and said close the fucking door, I don't think that she should be punished for this. And I do think that Anna, the girlfriend, is the one that needs to step up and apologize. Anna and the brother. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you gotta leave, Sandy. Bye. Oh, hi, Hero. Nice to see you in the chat. All right. Bye, Sandy. So, yeah, it's her birthday, Dennis says. Exactly. It's her birthday. Boundaries, Joanna LeBlanc says. Yes. Like, she needs to stand firm on them, but it sounds like she doesn't have the support she needs to feel confident in the fact that she wasn't the original offender. Like Anna was. Anna wants to throw a fit now. You know, she's in the wrong, in my opinion. In the wrong. Oh, so again, pray for this original poster. Oh my God, is there truly another update? Oh my God, hold on a second. I was looking at it. These are okay. Here's the last and final update. Okay, guys, bear with me. Last and final update. I've posted a couple times before recently about my brother Owen and his girlfriend Anna and how gross they are for consistently leaving their bedroom door open so the whole house can be privy of their sexual exploits. Anyways, so just now I get a call from Anna and I pick it up like, hello? I don't hear anything except for muffled. Oh, snap, guys. Okay. This is a good update. I'm glad I got to this update. Okay. So she gets a call from Anna. She picks it up like, hello? I don't hear anything except for muffled music and voices. I said, hello, one more time before hanging up. Thinking it might have been something important, I go inside and make my way to their bedroom only to hear them going at it. So she butt dialed me while they were doing it, which I'm calling some BS on. How do you accidentally call someone whose number isn't even saved in your phone past a very specific passcode? Yeah, because she has a PIN code saved on her phone. I'm so tired of hearing them inside. I'm so tired of hearing them inside each other all the time. I can't wait to get out of here or for them to get out, whatever comes first. Again, I'm going to say fetish. I need a gavel, like a judge gavel. This is a fetish. This woman called her on purpose so she could hear it in the background. What is wrong with people? What the fuck is wrong with people? Okay, so one of the commenters say, and I agree with this one too, that's sick. I would never want my siblings to hear me being intimate with my partner. It definitely sounds like they're doing it on purpose. I feel very bad for you. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Joanna. Yeah, I think that Chris, I think the parents are on her side as far as saying that what brother and Anna are doing is wrong, that they need to be closing the door. But I think they also just want, you know how families can get, you just want your kids to get along. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, step up and say sorry for busting in and telling them to close their door. Like they probably think they're both being petty in a way, you know? Yes. So that one was a lot, guys. So I'm going to tell you real quick. I'm going to tell you real quick my one and only really petty revenge that I did. Okay. Oh, wait a second. First of all, this one I thought was really good too, though. Uh, Fight fire with fire. Start blasting out something that no sane person could hold the mood through, like kids' nursery rhymes, baby shark, or annoying frog, goat screaming, donkey noises, horror movie, chainsaw screams, maybe one of the terrible recorder covers of a Celine Dion song, fire and brimstone church sermon without about premarital sex. The options are endless. Try to get as psychologically damaging as you can. Play it so loud the walls start shaking, so loud that it's almost painful. That's pretty hilarious. That one's pretty funny. Yes. Okay, so I'm just seeing if there's anything else here. Because, like I said, they get a lot of comments in here. But you can find this on Best of Redditor Updates, the thread on your Reddit, if you want to go and read all of it. Okay, so I think this is actually the OP. Oh wait, okay, no, this is someone else saying I would randomly butt dial them every time you take a shit for the next 3 months while commenting loudly about how the spicy stuff I ate. See how they like sharing stuff that should be stay private. Touche. Okay, apparently it's a trailer park. This is where they're living at. That's why the walls are so thin. Okay. So yeah. So that's some of the Reddit. That's some of the fun Reddit stuff that I'd be listening to, guys, and be reading. But I'm gonna tell you, if you guys have any petty revenge stories that you want me, or like I am the asshole stories, you can remain anonymous if you'd like. You can email them to me if you want. We can go over them on the stream, or I can just keep pulling them for Reddit. It's not a big deal. You can also share your experiences in the comments below the video. I'll definitely be checking those out. But yeah, I'll tell you my one truly petty revenge story that I think I have that is pretty good. So, as you know, I have 6 children. My first child, I had him with a Arabic Muslim man, okay? And his parents actually didn't even know about me or me being pregnant until I was like 8 or 9 months pregnant, okay? Like during my baby shower, my mom and finally called and forced my son's father to tell his parents because we were scared. Because we pretty much knew what was going to happen. They weren't going to approve of it, right? So I just remember that his mother basically and his father basically said like that it was absolutely a no-go. No Christian woman was going to marry their son or be with their son, and they actually sent him out of the state the month that he was going to be born. So I mean that's sad, yes, but so the mother told me or asked me directly, said like please don't like oh no, that came after she met my son. So anyway, what she basically said was she didn't believe that we had been together. She didn't even believe that it was that it was possibly his baby. Okay, so what I did about 3 months after my son was born, we used to write love letters. Me and his father used to write love letters back and forth. I took every single love letter that he wrote me, especially, and I highlighted the parts where he was like explicit about the sexual experiences we've had together, like super explicit. And I highlighted them. And this is the time where you had to like go to a fucking Kinko's to do this shit, you know? So I'm at like Kinko's and I'm copying all these letters and I got them all ready. highlighted all the good parts, and I sent them to his mom so that she could know. And so when I did finally meet her a year later, I went to her work. I knew where she worked, and it was in a public place. She was like a helper at this mall. She was like she would direct you to where you needed to go if you needed assistance. So I went there with my son David, and again, she cried, and it felt like a good experience at the time. And then at the end, she said, "Could you just do me a favor and please not tell anyone who the father of your child is?" Because she could tell by the way he looked that it was his son. And at first, I was kind of taken back. I didn't really know how to respond to that. And then after that, I went out of my way to tell everyone who the father of my child was. Everyone. I was going into the college. Okay, we went to the same college. Okay, I went in there, and people knew their family. Okay, because Dearborn is it's like the most populated Arabic community in the United States. So, and they stay close knit. And so I told everyone. It did get back to them several ways. I heard it got back to them. So that's my petty revenge. That's what I did. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it. So yeah, if you have any stories that you'd like to share, please do. All right, let's go ahead and let's change it up. Let's do the fortune cookie first to transition into the reading phase of today's stream. Yeah. The only one? What do you mean the only one, Chris? That's what you're talking about. Okay. So, I only have 2 fortune cookies left. I know, right, Dennis? I know. It was sad. It's sad, but I got through it. And I love my son. I'm very proud of him. He's a graphic design artist, and he works from home. He's just a really good kid. I know. Look at that. Only 2 fortune cookies left. So let's see which one we should pick. Okay. Which one? Yeah, which one? All right, this is the one. This is the one for today. I'll have to go get some more fortune cookies. All right, thank you guys for hanging out with me for so long and let me read all those things, the things from Reddit for you. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you do like it, please make sure you let me know in the comments if you liked it, and that if you want to hear more of that type of stuff, because I don't know, I have a really good feeling about it. Like I said, I really want to bring other people on the stream with me, and I want us both to react, and we'll have a little conversation back and forth, and the live chat can get involved too. And I think that would just be a fun time. So, all right, let's go ahead and open up this fortune cookie. What does Spirit want to tell us through this fortune cookie? What is the energies that Spirit would like to tell us? Mm-hmm. Yum yum. Okay. Spring has sprung. Life is blooming. Simple, elegant. And this is true. I was literally just thinking that the other day as I was looking at all the trees, wow, it really has come to life. And I feel that way about life right now. I do feel like I'm inspired creatively. I feel like I've come a long way from what I went through last summer. And I finally feel like my heart is starting to open back up again. I finally am able to really get into those heart spaces that I used to in the past that made me feel like me. You know what I'm saying? Where I can feel love for the people that I'm close to and I'm connected to again. I've been really, really happy about that. And I do hope that everyone else here too has the healing in that way, so that they can feel the depths of love that exist inside them, because there is that's the true gift. That's the true gift of life, is being able to feel the love, the innocence, the purity. Oh, we wore the same colors today, Angel Lori says. Yeah, we're connected. We're vibing today, me and you. Mm-hmm. Yes. Love you, girl. Glad you guys are here. Yeah. Okay. So that was not so specific fortune cookie. Like we usually get a lot more specific ones, right? But that's okay. We got one more, and then I'll have to go buy another bag. Because who knows? Maybe I'll do that beforehand, even. Because I go to that restaurant for door dashing a lot of times too. So door dashing has been crazy as usual, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ready for the reading for the collective. Oh shit, they're reminding me. Okay, we're gonna do the oracle reading first. Okay, yeah, I guess we could do the oracle card reading pull first. I just feel better when I do like the oracle card. I feel like gives it like a a header of energy, and then we'll do the rest of it. So we're gonna pull, like I said, we're gonna pull for the Love of Dragons oracle deck and booklet set, and this was a really lovely deck gifted to me for my birthday from Dennis. Thank you again. It came with this little bag for the tarot cards and stuff, or the oracle cards, which I thought was really nice. And I love dragons, dragons and princesses, they belong together. Okay, so let's see what for the Love of Dragons, what we get for today. This is for everyone. This is for the collective. If you're tuning into my frequency, if you're here in this chat now or watching in the future, this message is for you. You will find it will resonate for you in its own special and unique way, just like the tarot reading. Okay. I love that I can shuffle these so much easier than a lot of the other oracle decks. A lot of the other oracle decks are a lot thicker and bigger, and I have a hard time getting my hands to work properly. Okay, so yes, I'm feeling the energy. We're feeling good. Okay. What would Spirit like to tell the collective? On these cards. Ooh, I love it. It shuffles so good. All right, one more shuffle. What Spirit like to tell the collective? What Spirit like to tell the collective? What Spirit like to tell the collective? Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got a beautiful dragon card here. It's called the Grouch. The Grouch. Oh god, look at that nail. Oh my god, my nails. I need to get them done. Let's do this hand. It's a better hand. Okay, we got number 5, the Grouch. Oh man, are we gonna have some grouchy energies? It looks like 2 of them, 2 dragons too. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about my kitten too. I was gonna show you guys the kitten. Oh, next week we'll look at the kitten. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and go to number 5. I like that it's the book. It's like short little messages. Sometimes they have like really super long ones, but I really like that this is short and sweet to the point. Okay, so number 5. This is the energies for the next week or 2 here, depending on when I can come back and do my next stream. Okay, so it was 2 weeks from last time because I had an issue with having to DoorDash my ass off last week, so I had to work through Friday because my stats weren't as good as they needed to be for the end of the month. Okay, but I might be back next week. I might be 2 weeks, but either way, and plan on me coming back. I will be back. So we got number 5, the Grouch. Dragons have fierce teeth for a reason. Use them to guard your boundaries and protect your space. Snarl, growl. You're allowed to be feisty and fierce when protecting your boundaries and personal sovereignty. There's a time and space for compromise and cooperation. Now is not that time. Huff, puff, flex those scales. No one messes with you today. You get to decide when and how you wish to engage. So if boundaries are being pushed in your life, okay, Spirit is giving you permission to don't feel like the asshole, basically, like don't like the woman in the Reddit post, the one who started second guessing herself and thinking, like, was I the one that did something wrong? Like, no, hold firm. Like, you know who you are. Check back in with yourself and listen to your heart. Listen to what your body is saying. If someone is making you feel uncomfortable about something, don't feel like you have to hold back and not say anything. You know? Yeah, I really like that message too. I really like that. Because I definitely have struggled with that. I think a lot of women, especially people who have issues recovering from like being a people pleaser or maybe even still going through it, it's hard for people to say no, but obviously it's saying that you should step up and stand up for yourself, and it's going to make you feel better about yourself in the long run. I can feel that. I can feel that energy of that message. So again, thank you, Dennis, for that oracle deck. Appreciate that. And if you've made it this far, again, please, anyone, if you've come in here a little bit later than usual, please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for tarot cards. Tarot time. It's tarot time. Okay. What message do you have? What message does the collective? What message does the collective need to hear? Like one more shuffle. Message. What message does the collective need to hear? Oop, oop. Alright, here we go. Message. First card. Okay. First card we got. First card we got is the 10 of Rods. Okay, so this is a closure of some sort that's coming to something that's coming to an end. All right, it has to do with actions. Okay, so let's say maybe you've been studying something for a long time. Okay, or like you're ready for a move of some sort. Like something is coming to a head, and it's time for you to pack up your stuff and to move along. Like all the tools that you've acquired up until this point, it's time to put them all in your bag and get ready to go forward, because the moment is coming. That moment of rebirth is coming, because that's what the 10 is. It's the end of something, and it's going to give birth. It's going to go into the Ace of Rods, and the rods are all about action. So this is actually about physically getting up and doing something and changing something in your life for the better. Okay, like you've done really good up until this point. Like for me, I'm seeing all these rods as the tools that you have mastered for yourself. So things that you do in the world. All right, you know what you're doing now, and it's time to gather up and push forward and leave whatever it is that you don't need behind. Okay, but let's pull some more cards and see what else they have to say about this, the energies for the collective here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Tell us more. Tell us more on this message. Oh, I don't like that view. Message perspective. There it is. Okay. Wow, yeah, because you're ready. You're ready to be upgraded. You are upgraded at this point. You might not recognize that. We got the Magician, so that's a Major Arcana card. Again, that's heavy hitting card. Okay. And remember how I was talking about the tools? The 10 of Rods looks like a bunch of tools to me. This is also showing you a bunch of tools. Okay. Like you just may not realize how far you've come, or that you're actually ready for that next step. But this is Spirit absolutely saying that you do. You have become the Magician. So whatever it is that you've been working on, let's say you've been an apprentice even of some sort. All right. It's saying that you are ready to take on that next job and not just be studying under someone else. And, there's lots of ways you can take that energetically. I'm trying to think of a different way to put it too. Like your Kundalini is activated. You got your head. This guy, he's like, has like a red cap on. You see the cap besides the infinity. So that means he's fully activated. His crown chakra is fully active and it's working. Okay, he's got this Kundalini energy around his middle section here, the snake belt. That's like the Aboras, or what I don't forget how to say it, but it's that snaking its own tail. So it's like you have made it. All right, you have upgraded. It has finally happened. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that they want to pull my attention to. Like you're walking light. Okay, and I think it's kind of funny because the song that I was light weaving to right earlier today was, it says in there, and it's the stars that shine for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you also are a star. You are shining out there in the world. Let your light be seen. Don't be afraid of it. Like you are defended. Like I do see this as like a boundary of some sort, like a shield. So if you have been feeling like you might not be as protected as you normally would be, like they're saying you are protected, you are defended, your defenses are put into place properly. Okay. And it's time to be seen and given the recognition for all the hard work that you've done and what it is that you've actually turned into. It just takes a minute sometimes to see that. Like this is a point where it's like, stop and think and look back a year ago and see where you were and see who you were, like the person that you were. You've come so far from that. Sometimes we don't realize that because we're experiencing our life day to day. Like watching a person grow up. When you're the mother and you're seeing this baby every single day, you don't really notice how much they drastically change until you look back at pictures. But other people do. Other people will come and they'll be, if they haven't visited that baby, let's say in a couple months, they come back and it's a completely different child, and they can see that advancement. But maybe the own mother doesn't have that as much of that strong ability because they're seeing it every day. So this is the same thing you need to do for yourself. You need to look in the mirror and see that you are worthy. You have a real gift. You have a real talent that is ready to be used in the world. Okay. No more hiding it. What's the word? No more pushing it back. No more downplaying it, diminishing it. Because, like I said, like to me, this is showing the light around this guy. The fact that it is pointed like that, it is saying that you are just shining. Okay. All right. Let's pull the last card though. This last card message. Yeah. Wow. This image has been coming up a lot for me the past couple of days. We got the Queen of Swords. So, the feminine voice inside yourself, the feminine side in you that's ready to communicate, right? And ready to be heard verbally. That's where you've harnessed these skills at. It's time to wield that sword. It's time to wield your words and not worry about how people take it. Because those who are meant to hear it properly, like it's only going to be a reflection of someone else's distortion if they don't hear you correctly. Okay, you know how to communicate now. You know how to share yourself in a way that expresses yourself true and accurately to who you really are inside. And it's not up to you how other people take you. Like I said, we're all just mirrors for each other. We're all just providing each other an opportunity to see what it is that we look like, because you can only see something in another person that exists inside of yourself. You know, just like, okay, like for example, and I always kind of go back to this, like happiness. Okay, if you've never been happy before, and someone else asks you, you see someone and they're behaving in a way that shows happiness. If you've not experienced happiness before and someone says, can you tell me what that person's feeling? You're not going to be able to name that. But if you've already experienced happiness before, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that person's happy. Trust yourself when it comes to what you call out in other people. All right, because you have this big sword and it's time for you to wield it. It's time for you to use it. And how you communicate, you deserve the respect that comes along with that. They're okay. They're drawing the attention to the roses for me for some reason. All these roses. Okay, like you bring the. Okay, they're saying like this is multiple lifetimes of like of having bloomed. Okay, and the skills that you're bringing from those other lifetimes, as far as how you show up and how you communicate in the world. There's several of them here. This isn't just coming from one lifetime. This is coming from multiple lifetimes. So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. I think that kind of falls in line with the Grouch dragon card that we got. Creating those boundaries for yourself. And again, we got this, look at that, we're shielded again many times over here. This is I'm just feeling a lot of like you're not just protected on your own, right? You're protected by multiple people. Okay, that's what that is saying to me. Okay. The crown is really apparent on all of these ones, like the crown. Okay, so the crown here is like action colored. All right, so again, you're thinking, and your crown chakra is open, and you're doing things, with all that energy that you have to use to make magic, to do magical things. And this one too, like your crown is even bigger here. Treat yourself like royalty, because you are. Okay. The only thing that I'm going to say that the last thing that they're drawing my attention to, okay, is that do be careful though not to get too defensive. Okay, do be careful, because she's covering herself and her heart with that sword. So you could have a tendency to possibly say things for protection purposes. Maybe backtracking on something that you say or that you're doing, right? That you're communicating with someone. I just get the feeling that's not necessary anymore. Okay? That you have all the information, you have all of the skills and all the energies, all the upgrades that have been happening. That they're fully ready for you to be putting that down, wielding that sword the way you want. Yeah, it's time. You're protected. You're doing good. I get really good energy, really good feeling from this next week. But again, don't forget, like, we are wrapping something up. It is time to pick up our stuff and move along and get ready for the next stage, because the next stage involves rebirth in as far as action goes and how you start acting in the world. It's almost that time. So you're going to communicate it, and then you're going to pack away those old things, pack up the stuff that the tools that you have. We're going on to the next part of the journey to communicate. So, hope that helps. Yeah, Trevor got it. Trevor got the snake thing that I was talking about, the Ouroboros. Yes. So, this is just a very important time. I'm just trying to tap into the energy a little bit more. Like, we also have that springtime. I mean, a lot of rebirth stuff. Spring is sprung, life is blooming. So a piece of our past is finally being let go. We might be letting go of something slowly, but it still is happening. So maybe you've been holding on to something for a while. Maybe you even thought, I'm never going to be able to let go of this. I don't know how I'm ever going to move forward. But slowly but surely, it's because so much was overwhelmed on your plate all at once that it's like just like putting too much food on your plate. It's going to take you a long time. Maybe at first it's going to look like you're never going to get through all that food, but eventually over time, if one bite at a time, slowly, it all gets done. It all gets digested. So yeah. Okay, pulling myself out of that now. Like, I was really, like, I'm still getting kind of pulled into it. I'm like trying to like get out of here now. Okay. Whew. Yes. Feels good. Feels good. All right. Yeah, it's like what, 7:30? Yeah, I'm done. I don't want to go too much longer because I kind of told my son I wasn't going to be on for now because I'm just going to read a few Reddit things. It's not going to take that long, right? 2 hours later. All right. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad it resonated for you guys. Yeah, that was a good draw today. All right. All right. Well, if there's any other questions or comments that you want to say, now is the time. Oh gosh, pull this up a little bit. Okay, fix my necklaces. I'll wait for you guys to say anything in the chat. If not, then we can all head on out of here. And yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brian. Yes, happy birthday to you guys. Thank you. Thank you, White Swan. Oh, thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Oh, thanks, Hero. Oh my gosh. Somebody. Wow. I want to go back in time and tell myself all those birthdays I spent where it was bad or I was alone and going through those hard times. Like I said, I just want to connect in and I want to tell myself like change is coming. One day you're not going to be alone. And you're going to have all these people with connections to you that come and make up this little family here on YouTube that I have. So I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I look forward to this. It's one of the things that gives me purpose. I don't want to cry, but I just want to say thank you. Love you guys. Really. I'm gonna shake it off. Shake it off. Okay. There's no crying in baseball. All right. Thank you, Angel Lori. Yeah. Feel it to heal it, right? And that is what I've been working on. Absolutely letting myself. Now I'm finally back to feeling love again. I never thought, I honestly was scared that experience I went through last summer, I honestly was like, did I just fuck up so bad I'm never going to be able to feel love again inside of my heart? And it was really scary. But now I know I can, so I'm happy. Damn it. Did not want to cry. All right, so we're going to go now. We're going to go. I love you guys. For real. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I did. Certainly did. It's not easy. I'm like, okay. I'm just, okay. We're good. Glad this was at the end of the stream. Oh, I'm glad this was at the end of the stream. Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you all. Okay. I'm really going to go now. We're like literally like at the 2 hour mark. So thank you. Thank you guys. All right. I will see you next time. Make sure to leave the comments. If you want more Reddit stories, leave it in the comments. Bye.